Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is KT Flash 96. We're going to be going to set 3 between Last and EffOrt. The series is all tied up 1-1, which means this is the all-important Game 3. We're going to have EffOrt as the orange Zerg spawning at the 3 o'clock position. And at the 9 o'clock position in blue, it's going to be Last. And the map is on new Hearthbreak Ridge. One of my favorites, actually. It's a very, very fun map. I like it a lot. Sorry that this game came out later. I did the first 2, and I was waiting for his 3rd game, and then I went to go do something else. So, yeah, a little bit busy, and then forgot about this game until I came back, and I realized I've got stuff to do. So I came back and did this commentary. See EffOrt do the extractor trick to get up to 10 drones, and he's going to go scout with that drone, unless it's a 10 hatch. It could be. No, it's not, and the drone is going to scout. So, going to see some standard stuff. The drone is checking for a proxy. He's going to find none, and he's just going to go scout with it. Interestingly enough, the Overlord also went for a proxy scout location. But what if Last went for the middle of the map, EffOrt? Then you suck! I'm just kidding. But the barracks is now up for Last, and he's going to be putting it at his choke. And the drone is going to go harass the SCV, and Last is going to have to go do something with it. And he's going to send SCV, and as you all know, SCVs are stronger than all the other workers, and good micro by EffOrt actually. Was able to like weave in attacks while microing, but Last then cancelled building the barracks and went to go hit the drone. EffOrt's going for a 12 hatch, pretty standard. Although on a 2-player map, it's a little more risky, but he scouted early with the drone, wanted to know what Last was doing, and he knew he was safe. Wow, the drone's still microing. Oh, the drone was dead! And now EffOrt's going to be like, well, gotta send the drone back, because this is not going to work. The Last is now going to scout with his own SCV. He's got anti-gas, so this could be mech from Last. There's no command center either. It could be something. Could be 2 per Wraith. 2 per Wraith. There's the factory, so that's going to be mech. We're going to have to see what Last is going to use with this mech. What kind of tactic he's going to do. Initially, he's moved the SCV, I think, to the back middle patches. As you know, Hearthbreak Ridge has that back entrance where there's a temple and minerals blocking it. And so some people like to mine those out to get to the 3rd from behind if they're getting contained or something like that. He's got a Marine there. He's going to check if there's an Overlord going to pop over there. Alas, there is no Overlord, and the Overlord has noticed that there is no Expo, so he's thinking either this is going to be like a 2 racks or 3 racks all in off one base, or it is mech. But the command center is about to go down. And there it is. So EffOrt's now going to be like, oh, okay, you know, it's a slightly delayed command center. He's thinking about something now. And it's going to be a 2-hatch lurker build from EffOrt. It's got a layer going up with a Hydra Den, no 3rd hatch. So 2-hatch lurkers. The SCV has scouted it. And he also notices that there is no 3rd base. Here come the Hydras. Usually they got a layer. It's not like the layer pops right as the Hydra Den popped, so he could immediately go lurker. Here comes a drone, Spire. Oh, he really doesn't want to let this SCV scout get in! Oh, he doesn't see the Spire! He does not see the Spire, so he is building bunkers now. He thinks this is going to be a 2-hatch lurker all-in, but EffOrt has faked him out. As soon as that Hydra Den popped, he actually built drones, I think, instead of Hydras. Oh, no, he built the Hydra. So the machine shop now on that factory, so he can build tanks if he needs to. And he's got a creep colony out from EffOrt because he knows vultures might be coming, and here come the vultures. Here's poke out at the entrance of EffOrt's base, going to deny a drone coming out to build a third base. But EffOrt's got the sunken, so he's going to be pretty safe from vulture harass. We're going to see what EffOrt decides to do with the Spire. Is he going to go right into Mutalisk, or is he going to do something else? But there is the Armory up, so he's going to be producing Goliaths with the Charon booster upgrades. So Lash should be relatively safe. He's also got an Engineering Bay to build turrets, just in case the Goliaths are not out. But the Zergling is going to go scout probably the front entrance of last space and see what's going on. Two Vultures have made their way once again into the middle of the map. I'm going to scout, probably see the Ling, and they're going to kill it. So the mutas are out now, so EffOrt has indeed gone for traditional 2-high Muta into a third base with the drone. The Vultures are going to be able to harass it a little bit, but they weren't in time, notably, to get there before the drone popped down the hatchery, which is actually really important. There's a Goliath now. He's also going to kill the 2 Vultures out. So Lash has a good amount of Goliaths. He's also getting the Cannon Booster upgrade, and he's got a few turrets to boost those Goliaths. So this harass should not deal too much damage. It's going to be able to get SCV. No, it won't. Made a cancel on the turret though. So EffOrt's going to poke around with these mutas, try to find a area where Last is weakened. He's going to find this semi-weak area behind the mineral line where there's no vision, so the turrets can't innately go kill it. But he's going to snipe SCVs from here. He's got 2 SCVs and not taking too much damage. He might try to kill these Goliaths, but there's a lot. He's going to fly right into the main, going to kill a Marine, and then get some SCVs. Once again, finding another pocket where the SCVs are not protected by the missile turrets. Oh, there is a missile turret, though. But he's going to fly out there without taking much casualties. Did kill a few SCVs, killed a Goliath, and denied a missile turret from building. He's got a few more. Evolution Chamber up now for EffOrt. It's now going to get that Carapace upgrade ASAP, and then probably transition into more Hydralisks. But these mutas are now going to be roaming around trying to find something. He sees the Goliaths might be pushing out, so he might have to play more defensively, or might even go for a counterattack with the mutas. Oh, he's flying right into the Goliath force! Oh no! He does lose 1 Mutalisk. That was a little costly. He's continuously to fly into here. He's going to try to take these out. I don't know who wins here. I think the mutas win, but he's going to take a lot of damage from these Goliaths. He's lost a lot of mutas already, and he might have to start microing again, and they're going to just leave as a stalemate. I think there's only a few Mutalisks left, but I'm not sure that was worth it for EffOrt. EffOrt needs those mutas to be able to pressure Terran into not pushing out. But he's got that 4th hatchery now. He's going to probably go into, I want to say Hydra protection with Hydra upgrades, but he hasn't looked like he will go into that yet. EffOrt has not shown his hand on what he wants to do. He's got a bunch of mutas again, remade some. He's got 4 or 5. These Goliaths, man. Ah, Charon boost upgrades are so OP. So whoever wins this, I think, is going to be playing. The VOD stopped, but the VOD is still going. Oh, there it is. I think whoever plays this is going to be the winner between Gwemchi and Free? No. Mong. I want to say it's Mong. Gwemchi versus Mong. I completely forget. I'm sorry. But nothing going around. Both players just jockeying for position in the middle of the map. And EffOrt has made a few more Hydras to compensate for the Goliaths. As you know, Hydra's very good at DPSing down Goliaths, as Goliaths ground to ground is not the greatest. Oh, but there's Marine Medic out, so this could be a little weird. Whoa! Last went for like a deep 4, you could say. Wow, this is so interesting. and EffOrt has seen it, so we're gonna see how well he's gonna be able to do with it. As you know, Medic Marine is actually very good against Hydra and Mutalisk in the straight up fight. So we're gonna see how EffOrt's gonna have to deal with this. This could put a lot of pressure and damage onto EffOrt. Meanwhile, Last is just pushing across the middle of the map. These Mutas are trying to find like reinforcements, but they're not finding any. Last has not reinforced his army. Instead, he's kept the rest of his units made at home. But he's not pushing out. I think this is a crucial time. Lash needs to go aggressive. He needs to use the reinforcement troops to defend and push with his army, but he's not pushing. Instead, he's content to deal with his Mutaflock, and he's not doing anything to harass EffOrt. I think this would have been a great time to deal with EffOrt, because I don't think EffOrt's ready for this. EffOrt might have to research lurkers now to deal with Medic Marine Goliath. But Hydras are just gonna get sniped. Miss Micro by EffOrt a little bit, losing carelessly some Hydralists, but it looks like EffOrt has, I'm not sure if EffOrt's gotten more than one control group of Mutas at this point, but he's going in, he's gonna go against Big Medic Marine and Goliath. He's not gonna be able to win this. As you know, Mutas are not the greatest in a straight up engagement. They're more of a great finesse unit. I like Day 9's analogy. It was Brood War. Finesse and Brood War. Kill shit in StarCraft 2, because, as you know, many people like to mass Muta. He's losing a lot of Mutas, though, but he definitely has gone for the mass Muta route, and I don't think it's working right now. Marine Medic is pretty strong against Hydra, Muta in a straight-up fight. But he's getting some Lings out to probably try to deal with the Medic Marine Goliath with the Hydras when he goes for another engagement. He's got a lot of Mutas, wow. He's also got +1 carapace upgrades. But now Last has reinforced his army, and I'm not sure if EffOrt's going to be able to deal with this effectively. He's building a lot of Mutas. It's really strange, especially against Medic Marine Goliath. I would have expected more Lurkers, if anything, or even Hydras, for that matter, because they deal with Goliaths pretty effectively. But Mutas don't really deal with them that well. He's got a Queen's Nest and a billion Sunkets going up at the main, but he's just going to go counterattack the Last main. Last main, meantime, is not going to be defending. He's going to use his units that he's making to defend, but EffOrt's losing a lot of Mutas right now, and Last, in the meantime, is just going to go straight down EffOrt's throat and try to ram his army through. And EffOrt's losing a lot right now. EffOrt, I don't know if he's going to be able to do with this. He might have to sack his third, but there's a lot of Sunkets, and EffOrt might have to be forced back onto 2 base. EffOrt trying to posture around the rest of the map, but here comes Last units. They're going to try to break through these 2 Sunkens. EffOrt, in the meantime, is just going for a complete base race at this point. He's going to go right down the natural of Last with a lot of Lings and Mutalists. A lot of Mutas are dying off right now, but I think he has gotten a decent amount of Mutas here to deal with this effectively. Last is losing a lot here, but he's got a lot of reinforcing Goliaths. EffOrt having to focus down those turrets initially, but he has lost his third base. We're going to see how much damage he can do with this. Last might just try to come back with the units or ram down the throat in the natural, but there are a lot of Sunkets. We might probably see him go for the defense, and that is exactly what he's doing. Last is pulling back, but no, he's kind of like doing about a fourth in the middle. But EffOrt has committed to a mass Muta army composition, and Last might go for science vessels and irradiates. I think that's a very effective way to deal with mass Muta. But we shall see. Last has now stopped fully pulling back because he realizes that EffOrt is not going to continue with this attack. He's got a lot of Mutas out. I never found mass Muta to be the most effective. I guess Protoss maybe, unless, the guy is going mass Corsair. But if he's not going mass Corsair, mass Muta is not the worst. But Last is continuously building this Goliath Marine Medic army. He's not going for the traditional Marine Medic or the traditional mech. He's gone for kind of like an in-between. There are no tanks, notably, so there's no real great firepower behind any of these pushes. We continuously try to harass, taking a lot of Goliath fire. Ouch, these Mutas are probably getting hurt by a lot. But the carapace upgrade actually is very good against Goliaths, because Goliaths shoot out 2 missiles, and the carapace upgrade works for both shots. So instead of getting reduced by 1, he's actually getting reduced by 2 damage from Goliaths. So that's why he has gone for that carapace upgrade. I want to see if EffOrt is going to go for a third base or hive tech. He had a queen's nest, so I'm assuming he wants to go for that hive, and maybe potentially going to Guardians. But vessels are going to be coming out now. As you know, there was the science facility completed, and it's a researching irradiate. So Last has correctly identified the weakness of Mass Meta. And EffOrt is not really microing these that well. He's been flying over a lot of units for free, and he's being a drone. He's going to try to take a hidden third base up at the top left-hand position. But he's got a lot of lanes. He's going to snipe a lone Goliath here in the middle. But these mutas are just going to continuously run into these turrets, and Last is going to be able to deal with them pretty easily. The Zerglings are trying to force their way in, but there are too many Marine Goliath right now out. And slowly as this game progresses, EffOrt will continuously fall farther and farther behind because, as you know, Paradox and Terran are easily able to rely on two-base mining, whereas Zerg is not. Zerg really needs that third base. But here comes Last, he's going to push through again. I'm not sure if Last has enough firepower actually to push in through that Sunken Colony defense line if EffOrt correctly reinforces with mutas. But he's got lurkers out now, so this is going to be a very good hold, a very strong hold, because lurkers are very good at dealing with clunky Goliaths and Medic Marine. So the mutas are out here. No hive. He get the Queen's Nest, but no hive, so he had to adapt his build order to suit what he sees. And a lot of mutas right now in the back of Last's main. He's just not doing like enough. I don't feel like he's doing enough. He's picking up SCV, sure, but he's not like getting a lot done. So I'm not really sure what EffOrt is going to be able to do from this position. A random SCV in the middle of the map. He's continuously picking off a lot of overlords with those Goliaths. And they're just stalling right now. He's got a semi-contain on EffOrt, but EffOrt doesn't really care because he has a lot of mutas out. He just flies around. Yeah, right now I feel like Last needs tanks. Last needs tanks to break this to break that sunken line, and then he will be able to force something out of EffOrt. EffOrt would have to deal with it somehow by flying his mutas into the tank line, losing all his mutas just to snipe the tanks. But Last, I think he's getting a third command center. He's going to go up to 3 bases because he's almost mined out in his main and natural. EffOrt has gotten that hidden third, and he's going to be able to boost his economy up a little bit. Last is beginning to mine out, so Last, even though Terran is starting on 2 base, he has to worry about him losing all of his income. And he's no real way to break this lurker defense. Oh, big irradiate! No, they split it, but the muta he did take was a low health one, but the rest of the mutas are really, really softened now. Drone's going immediately into that gas for EffOrt, so he's going to be able to produce more and more gas units. Lurkers are going to have to move back a tiny bit, and I think siege mode, there is probably siege mode right now coming down. EffOrt having to kill one of his own Sunkens, which are very crucial right now to this defense to bring his units out. He has the hive out, and he has the Defiler Man building. He has not morphed a Greater Spire, even though he's made all of these mutas. I would have felt like a Greater Spire at this point would have been fine. He's also mined out the back area, so he's actually been able to take a 4th base, but Last has identified, and he's going to be able to bring his units over and deal with this effectively. Vessel's probably banked up a lot of energy right now, so a lot of irradiates are possible. And since EffOrt is forced to bring all his mutas back to defend, Last is able to cleanly take this 3rd base without much harm. Losing a few vultures a little carelessly. Irradiate killing off a bunch of the lurkers. So we're going to see there's a Nice Canal finished at the hidden base, so EffOrt can reinforce it if Last decides to find it and deal with it. But tanks are out now, and so this will end any kind of stall. But the mutas, oh my god, so many mutas getting picked off from that irradiate, but from before they really softened up, and there's only 2 mutas left. I really don't see a way for EffOrt to win. I don't know what his win condition is. The Barracks have lifted off. He has transitioned into pure mech at this point. So he went for kind of a hybrid, and now he's gonna go into pure. all the moves are dead now, so EffOrt is going to need a way to deal with the rest of Last's army without any kind of air support. He's building a lot of Sunkens. There's a lot of Scourge, and here comes Scourge, Miss Marker. Oh, no, he correctly micros them back just in time. He does snipe one, but does lose a few Scourge in the process, so it's kind of an even trade. He is building a second Nice Canal also, because he doesn't want to have to walk around a long way. Last now has tanks, and they're going to be able to break this containment of EffOrt, and he's going to slowly push his way through with the Goliaths. But there are a lot of lurkers that are going to stall this push out, and drones are being to saturate this base. I'm not sure that's smart because the tanks are going to come in and shell the drone line anyways. Here comes, there's a storm! Oh my goodness! Last making a critical mistake. He should have realized that the fires are out, but he pushes forward into Darkstorm with a lot of lurkers out. But he didn't lose too many, didn't lose crucially any of the tanks, but he did lose a few of the Goliaths and medics. Second evolution chamber coming out. He's going to be able to get some more upgrades for the range attack, the spines for Zerg. I think last should, if he scans that, or scouts that, he should try to get a dropship out. Big mind drag onto all of the vultures and tanks, but he does end up losing a lot of the Zerglings himself. Last continuing to put his containment on with the tanks shelling the sunken line. Oh, there's a trick from the vessel, but he's just gonna send his drones down the Nice Canal and pop them out at one of the other bases. The SCV has scouted it, so now Last is probably gonna go quickly kill off this base. But EffOrt does have an ice there, so he might just reinforce it with lurkers from his natural base. Video a little bit laggy. That shouldn't do much. Last is getting 6 o'clock mineral only now. He's continuously to take expos. EffOrt is at 4 gas, so he might be able to really quickly go into ultras maybe, or get a lot more hatcheries down to produce more units. But Last actually is abusing this cliff here to his advantage. See him tanks below hand. I'm not sure why the video is lagging so much right now. The time on the videos is going fine. It's a lot of lag though. Let me see, maybe it's the HD quality. No. HD does not really affect it. Anyways, the vultures are pushing in here. He's finally able to break into the third of EffOrt, or technically the fourth at this point. The Defiler trying to consume the drones and then throw up a Darkstorm. But the Nice Canal is dead, which makes this Darkstorm effectively useless. So EffOrt, again, I don't see where his win condition is. He can't break anything of Last, just like last game, putting on a very good contain, going back in between the bases of EffOrt. And big spider mines, killing off a few of the lings and damaging some lurkers. But now Last is going to reinforce that area with tanks, and he's going to probably kill off it very easily. Yeah, EffOrt's APM this game I didn't feel like was the greatest. Big spider mine drag though, but he's still, again, not effectively dealing with this containment by breaking it. Instead, he's just kind of traded, I guess, evenly. But here come the lurkers, not targeting the SCV, and the lurkers are cleaned up really quickly. Got a few SCVs, but not many. So once again, EffOrt has been effectively stalled, lost his third base, and now he's back to 3 base mining. I think he really needed like drops and overload speed. I think that would have actually done something against this giant force of Lasts, because he would have been able to divert the force and maybe got into the production line. But Last now go up to 5 base. Soon Last is going to take the entire map. Vessels over here are going to do the eraser trick. Here they come. And EffOrt is trying to send his drones into the Madness Canal, but does lose a few. Last, not really worried about these vessels at this point. But he's effectively denied mining now at the 4th base. And EffOrt is now down to like basically no mining, because his main's basically mined out, his natural's almost mined out, and Last is on 5 base econ. We're gonna see GG probably soon. In the meanwhile, EffOrt's just trying to do the best he can. But he has like 4 middle patches in total left in his entire base. But yeah, Spider Mind dragging into the Defiler. Not sure why he's not GG'd yet. Fantasy GG timing. Come on, EffOrt. It's over. You will face Gramshir Mong. I'm sure you can beat one of those guys. Maybe. Mong is, albeit a really good player right now, I think. So EffOrt might lose to Mong. Gramshir, on the other hand, I'm not sure. I haven't really seen Gramshir's games as much. So once again, Last is just continuously expanding. And he is gonna melt these Hydras, and EffOrt is gonna GG once this fails. Come on, EffOrt. What is it? Fantasy GG timing. I am beat. I'm gonna go grab some coffee and dinner. There's the GG finally. And EffOrt is going to go into the losers bracket, while Last is going to the winners bracket. Thanks for watching. I'm going to be back soon with the second set of games between Gramshir and Mong. Thanks for watching, everyone. See you then.